Get yourselves ready. What the hell? Whack-a-meepo. All right, what are you doing on my screen? What the heck is this? What is this?
Confused right now. FG's owning though.
What the? Can we play this as well?
I tried clicking him, it does nothing.
Aw. Well, Death Prophet. Wait, now it's there. It's there again. Well, fellow viewers, this is quality content brought to you right where you are right now. Whack-a-meepo is going on, and this will decide the winner of this series. No, I'm just kidding.
I can tell you guys that I've beaten Limp on these kinds of games in the Complexity Training Center, okay? I have fast fingers if I get to focus on one specific task only.
Now I just hear the meepo spam going on, and I can't see the meepo anymore.
Oh god. Only nerds play that game.
Oh.
Nico baby is too cool for school. Can I hide this?
Oh, there we go. It's over. All right. Whack-a-meepo is done, and we can get back to game 3. Hello, stats in the top left corner. What on earth? This is gonna take some time to adjust to this, but like all my thingy-majigs are where they're not supposed to be. Okay, well, I guess it's just part of the story. Is there anything else that's weird?
Dota after a patch, isn't it? Like, the players need to get used to it. We need to get used to it.
And I also wonder, now that we can actually see the Dota Plus in-game statistics for like KDAs and last hits, and we have the goals for every individual player, what statistic are they using to compare this to? Like other pro games, or just, you know, immortal level, or
might be immortal level as far as I know. It's because that's the categories the stats are divided into in general. I doubt that they'd have a specific pro level, because, and this is a wild guess here, but I think it's very realistic. Valve's too lazy to filter out all of the pro games. They're not gonna do that.
All right, well, our first bounties will be snatched here, and it's going to be Cyber Legacy taking at least 2 in the top lane. Alliance should be able to take the 2 bounties bottom, so it's a 2 for 2. And our mid lane matchup is going to be Pikachu with Queen of Pain going against Limp's Death Prophet. What do you think about the mid lane matchup, Kips?
I am thinking a lot.
The cogs are rolling.
The cogs are rolling, yeah. Because I heavily favor Queen of Pain in, honestly, most mid matchups right now. She doesn't even really lose the puck one anymore, as far as I've seen. So, curious to see why Limp is playing his Death Prophet into this.
Well, Ghostic gonna get initiated on in the top lane. FNG will miss the stun. It will connect onto Big Gnome, however. Won't do the damage onto the Brewmaster, which was probably the target that they were looking for here. FNG trying to make a run here. Bit of lag in game as well, just a little bit of bounciness. I think packet loss is happening all over.
Let's hope the players are okay at least.
Yeah, as long as we don't run into any huge problems. There's a bit of packet loss, so some of the animations are running a bit low, but just takes adjusting, you know. Like you said, it's the post-patch apocalypse that has struck us.
Oh, these players have seen it all. And look at how Ghost and Bignum are igniting this Cinder Brew every single time.
FNG is being a very big boy here, trying to go back in. Getting swell stun, but he will live. Pops the salve, regenning up. Big Gnome and Ghostic are doing a good job with the Raster at the top lane. Bottom, we haven't really actually looked at. We've got S4 with Kunkka. We have Alantimos playing on Troll. So a Kunkka versus Troll lane should be fairly 50-50, I guess. I mean, Troll, very good laner, as you mentioned before. And Kunkka also does the same thing. But from my past experience, I still feel a bit shaky with seeing Kunkka pos 3.
And it doesn't actually have a good win rate at all. It's one of the lowest win rate pos 3 heroes. You mentioned the all-time statistics before. It's sitting at about a 35% win rate, I think, if I remember correctly. It's not a great offlaner at all. Ideally, you'd only really move it into this role if you could, you know, get a great mid matchup or something, but instead they picked this straight into the Quappen and changed their minds later. So, very curious to see if it'll work out for them. At the very least, this is the third time this series that I'm saying, man, S4, I don't like your offlane pick. What's happening? He's drafting great otherwise. I really enjoy the rest of these lineups. It's just that the offlaner, like, the Brewmaster was the best in that regard, just because he has so much utility that you can build auras on it as well. Oh man, here we go again.
Here we go again. It's back to Whack-A-Meeple. So I think this is going to repeat every time we go and pause. So I think this is going to be a repeating pattern in... And I have a mute button though, but I mean, just for you viewers, I'm gonna leave the audio open so you can enjoy this Whack-A-Meeple. This is... We don't even need to talk anymore. So this is doing our job for us.
Who needs analysis when he can see pro players click on Meepos furiously?
I mean, I guess it's a productive way of spending a break.
Yeah, productive. Can you imagine the amount of flame that's going to happen if you don't let your carry hit all of the Meepos?
Yep. I feel like Cyber Legacy is now playing it all along. Alright, I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna playground. So we can just focus on this game itself. So, in terms of CS, we were talking about the mid lane matchup with the Quap and the Death Prophet, and DP is actually pulling off a really good start here with 6 more CS than Pikachu does on Quap, and 2 points in the Dagger, or Shadow Strike. That is very common to go for. Maybe just max out the Dagger, or at least get 3 points in it, just in favor of the laning phase. And you talked about maxing Siphon above Crypt Swarm. And now DP actually has 2 points in Crypt Swarm and 1 point in Siphon.
Yep. He did this the last time as well, which is why I brought it up.
Yes,
and
exactly.
In the matchup, I understand it better because she can always blink out of your Siphon. So I see the value in nuking down the wave just as hard as she can. Of course, because Limp does not have a lot of Siphon right now, the Quap also doesn't exactly need to prioritize the blink. You want to get a level up in that before you get out of the laning stage, but apart from that, he doesn't have to pick it up right now.
You also mentioned that Kunkka has a very low win rate in the pause 3 role. How do you roll out from this laning stage? Do you sit in lane as most offlaners tend to do? Just farming the lane, going back to jungle, farming back to lane, or just sitting there? If you have supports rotating in, of course you can make things happen if you get those early levels. But since Kunkka doesn't get that much levels early on, he starts to feel like that support Kunkka who only levels up Torrent and X-Mark.
A bit, right? And building on that, I also think that you shouldn't go for right-click builds on an offline Kunkka like that, just because you're not going to get the farm priority, you're not going to get the tempo up. I like builds that incorporate Spirit Vessel and then later on Halberd much more, and the Halberd will do a lot of work for them in this game, because Valentinos is not going to be happy about anyone picking that up at all. You pop your ult, you get Halberded, you're a sad boy.
That definitely indeed. We've got boots on the Brewmaster already. Heart Spirit still building his. Beaver going for a double Wraith Band. Not sure if that's a triple. That's a double Wraith Band indeed. Early stats up. The jungle farm out there. Get some big items right away at the start. What would you think about the standard Lincolns? Would you neglect it? Because, you know, Alliance is really good backup for Nico Baby as well in terms of the Kunkka and the Grimstroke. I don't think they need to be that scared about the Bane ulti connecting. At least early on.
The big deal for cancelling the Bane ulti is actually going to be this Earth Spirit, and he just rolled by mid in order to establish dominance, I suppose, and grab the Invis rune away from the Death Prophet.
He's a manly man.
Well, she wasn't looking for the rune anyway. She doesn't have a bottle. She just brought in the salve.
Yep.
And
Happy
he can try-
Jirara. Scary there.
He has an insanely long and basically point-and-click silence as well.
Hanskin and S4 should be careful. They're dire scanning in the mid lane, realizing now that he's probably...
Oh no!
Probably around. Alright, he will miss the roll. S4 is throwing himself a saving torrent, but he realizes that this is probably the end of the story. Wait, what? No way he's gonna live through that, and he won't. Palantimos will finish off that as the first blood. Hanskin gets the courier from Palantimos, though. And steals the bounty rune in front of Bignum. Bignum will get one of the bounties, though. And Quap needs to be careful.
I'm not going to be too happy about that rotation. That missed roll was a little bit embarrassing.
F and G trying to do some encroaching here on the Radiant side, but did take one bounty. That's pretty much it. Alliance 2. Cyber Legacy get 2 for themselves. And in a sense, feeling like a repeat from the previous games. Once again, a very cautious, calm start.
Well, the rotation from...
And Happy Jirara might be a casualty here. He needs to connect the slow. Will connect it. Hanskin dodges the torrent. And I think that's it. All you need to do, just dodge one ability and you're safe. TP coming in from the Earth Spirit, though. Big nub. Revenge on Hanskin. S4 trying to block the stun. He will do so.
Yeah, that one hurts.
And Hanskin still getting slowed up. Brain sap. Hanskin in trouble. Dropping low. Pops the Fairy Fire, but it won't be enough. Uses the stick charges as well, but he will fall. Cyber Legacy get the second kill.
Yeah, this Brewmaster has gotten enough levels up in the Drunk Umbrella that he can now pretty safely run out of the top lane. So Bignum can move around as he pleases, and this threat is going to force S4 to play more safe on the bottom lane, as well as maybe force Limp back, just because they don't exactly know where this Earth Spirit is.
Top lane, F and G stun. Nikobe's right there behind him, frozen the bug, and Ghost Stick will fall. That's the first kill for Alliance.
Was not right about being able to stay in that lane.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Still some brawling going in on top. Pikachu's there. He has an ultimate available. Might just line it up for Nico Baby as well, but still watch out for that Inkswell. No need to use his ulti quite yet. He'll just right-click F and G down. He's baiting with the ulti there for a second as well. I think he had to do it because Nico Baby was looking for the deny. And S4 also punished. And his courier will die too.
Another successful roll from Bignum. I think he made up for the one at the start right now. And Limp was looking to connect on the rotation there actually, but without his other core alive, there's nothing really to do for him. Which is unfortunate because Death Prophet, Limp, he really enjoys rotating around the 8-minute mark just before those catapults come out. He hasn't gotten to do it yet this game though.
Bignum coming in from behind of the Alliance soft lane once again. Hanskin's there. Keeping very cautious with S4 not to mislocate themselves here. Bane with that Nightmare can just isolate one hero and allow everyone to just crash on top of the Phoenix. I think Phoenix is the more weaker hero out of these two so far. At least for the time being. Limp. Get away from Pikachu. Trying to establish that that rune dominance there in the middle of the river. He's actually rotating towards bottom. And they're trying to force a fight in here. S4 holding on to the X mark for now. Trying to get some attention. He's definitely getting it, but they're waiting for Bignum to come in. And Limp is now here. So this could result in good things for Alliance. There's the X mark onto Palantimos. Torrent barely catches it. There we go. Going on to the Phoenix. There's the DP ultimate coming in from Limp. And Pikachu's here with a beautiful ultimate. Hits all three. Limp will fall. Hanskin trying to TP out. I think he will just in time, but S4, he's not going to be as lucky. He's got... Wait for it.
Got him.
Peekaboo. Look who's here.
Yeah, that's an easy roll this time around.
No missing this one.
Ghost Stick on top lane.
Well, Alliance find a response from that because they couldn't get any kills happening in bottom. That Quap ulti looked like it connected on all three heroes. It even hit the Kunkka. It looks like he just walked on the edge of that animation and took the damage from it. So They lost all their heroes bottom, but Nico Baby scores a kill on top. So now they get the tower down as well, 9 minutes in, and going straight for Ghostic. Level 4 on this Brewmaster. Nico Baby still needs 5 more seconds for the Crab Orchestra to be ready. But a big no will move in and kick Ghostic to safety.
The Crab Orchestra, you say?
We've talked about this. It's the Crab Orchestra.
Do they play on the world's tiniest violins?
Yep. The world's smallest French horns.
It sounds absolutely delightful. Unfortunately, it's not very delightful at all, as Ghostic found out just now. And yeah, I was saying before that Ghostic must have felt like he was okay up on this safe lane too, but it wasn't that safe for him at all.
FNG gotta be careful here. Pantimos baiting the fight. Big Num misses the stun. Pikachu kills off a courier and then turns his attention towards the Alliance heroes. But he pops his haste. And S4, nice triple torrent, but where's your backup? Where's your follow-up? Pikachu's just doing whatever he wants right now. He's got 15 seconds for his ulti, so he might just go for more. There's the blink. What a perfect landing as well with that scream. So make it 3.
And he's back in the mid lane before Limp can even think about touching his tower.
All this time, Nico Baby's been racking up last hits. He's leading the net worth, but how much more time can Alliance provide for Nico Baby?
I think a lot of it depends on if Cyber Legacy actually get levels up on their supports as well as up on Ghostic, because he really needs his ultimate in order to be effective in this game. And you can see Bignum rolling in there like he has his ultimate ready, but he does not. So one tone consumed for him, and he's still got a little bit of the way to go.
Well, now we're at a 1 kill per minute pace, which is providing some good things here. Cyber Legacy's been very active early on. They've got Pikachu at a very good start on Quap. And this can only escalate from here. I feel like this Queen is going to be huge this game if it keeps on going. He's already 4-0. Playing really well with this Queen of Pain as well. But he's also being provided all those opportunities to work out. And the offlane Kunkka, however, 0-4.
Yikes.
Yep. I guess we can say we're not surprised in a sense. There's a 3-man smoke coming in from Cyber Legacy. Followed up with Palantimos. He will bait the mid lane. Now they're just hoping to find someone. There's S4 in the jungle, but he's not the most valuable target right now. He's already been punished so many times. If they can find the DP.
Really keep people poor right now. If they want him,
no, the optic stolen by Bignum. He will take away your jungle items. He will take away your life. S4 does not land the torrent on anybody. He will try to buy some time for himself. His courier is in trouble. He's still microing it really well around Happy Jirara. And they finally find it in the end. It was a long chase and a long investigation, but it ends up with a suspect, and that's the courier falling down. So with this, that mid-tier 1 tower should also fall down.
The Phoenix, they might still look to death this. I'm not sure if they can though. Well, with 2 fire spirits, that's a lot of the firepower gone.
Kunkka TPing in, but they're already out. Nobody to be X mark, and it's also a level 1 X mark, so that's not really going to catch anyone.
So there's a second benefit here that I want to talk about. Like, apart from keeping S4 poor, there is also the truth that he is a big mid-game teamfight shot caller, and players who don't have a game find it extremely hard to still make the right calls because they can't leverage their own power in the game. And he's supposed to be the offlaner. He's supposed to be one of the heroes that provides the tempo. He can't do any of that right now. Oh, Fiend's Grip on the Bane up top. Have you got him? Pikachu?
That's it. Gets a kill with the Shadow Strike tick even. Not even the right click.
I was waiting for that. That is, I'm gonna say it again, mental damage.
Mental damage seems to be the theme of this day. We've been seeing it since game 1 all the way into this 6th game of our day. We had our first series going all the way into the 3rd map of the best of 3. We have the same scenario here, and to all the viewers have just jumped in between everything. We had a huge long break because the Battle Pass was released, and we are only now underway with game 3. We've been observing this for a bit. 14 minutes now played, 11-2 for Cyber Legacy. Alliance did tie. Oh, what a perfect catch here. The Icarus dive will be expended, and Hansken should be the casualty of it, but a beautiful combo coming in from S4, and they should be able to punish Cyber Legacy for this, and Pikachu now finally intervenes into the fight as well, and Cyber Legacy still holding their ground with all of their heroes alive. Here comes the Co-op ulti. Pikachu will take down Limp, and now onto the chase onto Nico Baby, who finally gets to intervene, enjoying the fight. He gets back to full HP, thrown into the air by the Panda, and now S4, he's trying to take some trading here with Palantinos, but Palantinos will tank right through it, and S4 will fall as well. FNG will be the next one going down, and Cyber Legacy, they persevered for quite a long time without losing any heroes, and that was everything for them.
Yes, they fought straight into the Death Prophet ult and brought her down without any casualties. That's a really bad sign for Alliance, and they used a DP ult in order to finally get the tower down, but that bottom tier 1 is still standing, and now they're out of an ult. Nico Baby has to play careful for the next little bit, and they still have Pikachu hunting around the map. His ult is nearly off cooldown again. This game is getting really rough for them.
Once he does have that Orchid ready, which looks like the Co-op is going to be building first, as we usually see, that could be some real kryptonite for this Weaver.
Yes, because we were talking about, you know, canceling the Fiend's Grip before.
That as well. That also works really, really well here, because what he needs to, like, either he silences the Grimstroke with it, just nukes him out of the fight right away. But right now, I feel like the Co-op is more useful hitting the cores instead of the supports, you know? You can just blow him up really quickly if you want to. But, yeah, and Co-op is, like, stronger than any hero right now on the map. Unless you're fighting into a DP ult with 5 heroes. That's a completely another story.
Now, like, I think one of the underrated aspects of the Orchid is the attack speed that it gives the Queen of Pain, who's already a very decent right-clicker in her own right.
Yes. Pressure being put into this bottom tower. Bignum will be there to guard the bottom tier 1 tower. Limp, Hansken sitting right behind him. Outside of vision as well. Nice little baiting remnant there. Not going in yet. The catapult.
What is?
Oh, you gotta practice those kung fu moves a bit more. You will miss the deny on the tower. Pretty hard when there's a cardio right next to it. 15-4 is the lead for Cyber Legacy, at least in terms of kills, but in terms of team fighting, it looked like that last one maybe gave them a bit more luck than that they actually needed. I think the troll miss chance was what really hurt Alliance there, that they wouldn't get those needed right clicks off just in time. So many low HP heroes.
I really enjoy Palantino's on this troll just because he will play up instead of sitting back into the jungle. He's actually giving all of that space to Pikachu right now. They're really heavily prioritizing this Orchid.
7-0-4. WAP also 6-0-3.
Yeah. Ghostix got a helmet to Dominator, so he's running around with this overcreep, and wouldn't you know it, there is the early Roshan attempt.
See if they can pull it off. They are outside of vision from Alliance, so they do not necessarily know that this is happening. Not much that they can really contest this with, because they need their whole team around. They're all really spread out around the map. So this Roshan is
positioning right now. They have absolutely no clue. It might have been baited a little bit by the fact that Ghosted doesn't have a Vlads, but went for the Dominator instead. But as it turns out, the base damage aura combined with having a creep that can help you tank, it's more than enough for a Troll Warlord.
There's a DD spotted as well in the river, Nico Baby. Well, Hansken will snatch that away from you. Well, Bane was just guarding it from one of their cores to pick it up. But Hansken's faster.
That would have been insane. Can you imagine Pikachu not only with a fresh Orchid and Aegis, but also a double damage rune?
Up, Happy Gerard, gotta be careful. He will be the bait though. Pikachu jumping, gets the silence onto the Weaver. Needs just a bit more damage, but the attack speed slow is there from Hansken. And Nico Baby will use his ultimate to get back to full HP. Death Prophet, however, not so lucky this time. He will be destroyed. Weaver gets off the Shikuchi just before the silence connected. Will get stunned up by the Panda. And now the nuke is coming in. Another silence. He is gone. The Conquer boat will connect, but S4 is now in a world of hurt. Hansken gets a 5-man stun with his Phoenix, maybe even capable of taking down the Aegis, but Pikachu will just man up and just chase Hansken into the tower. and take him down. So make that 3 heroes gone from Alliance, and Cyber Legacy are pulling strong.
They still didn't lose the Aegis in that fight either. I actually can't believe it.
Still there.
And now she's going to continue adding that pressure. She is so hard to bring down with what little lockdown they have, but maybe with a good X mark here. S4 doesn't get it off.
Trying to use the drum charges. You see that green circle approaching. Durara, well, will get X marked, but a very timely silence from Big Num, preventing the torrent from ever landing.
You can see how easy it to land that one, as well as like the range of that thing. At the very least, though, Alliance are not beaten mentally quite yet. They have a death buff though. Yes. And
back to Wapka I think this thing will never stop surprising. At least for the duration of this series. I'm just, well, I mean, I'm gonna leave it. Aww. Alright, who's gonna beat the next one? Bane got 10. Is there any competitor for Bane? No one? Everybody quits.
Nobody's even trying anymore? Can I do it? No,
I can't click them either.
That's sad. Oh, Palantimos woke up, and then S4 is collecting them all.
Alright.
Gotta catch them all.
Well, we tried.
Not even the admin can. Wow.
Yeah, not even the lobby host. That's bad. Well, I mean, let's look at one thing. We're almost 20 minutes in the game, and we've only got 3 neutral items at least equipped for the Alliance team. Not even a Royal Jelly being one of them, used onto 2 heroes. Not even that. So there's an Ironwood tree with +6 stats just waiting in base while Pikachu finds S4. Wap ulti. Alright, they're scared of Limp. They're trying to run out from that. Happy Jirara. Should be the collateral damage here, just soaking up all of those spirits, and that should be a kill right there. At the same time, Ghost X Courier killed by Nico Baby, which was carrying an Imp Claw. So a bit of your damage is missing. FNG has no counsel for this. The Torrent is also too short from S4.
Would you believe it? The Queen of Pain just got another haste rune.
Remember that one game today where I said DD was the thing? Now it feels like haste is the thing.
It is a haste game. Pikachu's loving it.
It's like both of the mid laners really enjoy having haste runes, almost above anything else here. Almost.
I'd want to point out there, though, that was an exorcism purely used as a deterrent. That's like, okay, I got this ult now. You can't actually engage into me anymore. Okay. And all you get out of it is a Bane. Not even the bottom tower. It's a... The more you think about it, the more desperate it looks. And they are getting pretty desperate. Palantimos has been farming pretty much undisturbed, apart from the times where he's joined
and Ghostic is taking the bait. Nico Baby, he's charging in for this, but the Brewmaster ulti will be popped before S4. And now Nico Baby has to pop his 10-second BKB just to get the silence off of him. And S4, once again, not so lucky. There's another stun available on this Panda, so they will finish S4 down. And Cyber Legacy will just keep on rolling their own tracks.
Very bubbly indeed. And it's very telling as well that Limp does not go for any mid-tower pressure while the action on bottom is going on. Normally he'd really try to counter pressure, but he's just too scared of getting caught. This Quap right now absolutely wipes the floor with him. At the very least, there's going to be a little bit of respite here because Ghostic doesn't have his ultimate up. And
that too. DP ulti will be up by that time.
Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
As well. Nico Baby's BKB is going to be off CD. I would think that he'd like to give that one a second go, you know?
Well, let's see what they think about it. 3-man smoke. Phoenix also TPing into the mid lane. There's only Big Num for now, but they want to look for the bigger targets. And if Happy Jirara is going to tank this smoke, like he will, this is so valuable for Cyber Legacy. They can just disengage and Happy Jirara will play the bait. And it plays out perfect. That is disappointing. That must feel really bad because they were waiting in the river as well, and they saw the Bane in front of them, and
They don't even get to place vision now. I am a little bit surprised that Cyber Legacy will let them rock up to the tower like this, though. Ghost Stick still 23 seconds.
I think it's the reason that Ghost Stick doesn't have his ultimate up, so they're scared a bit. Ghost Stick will be the combo here. Have to silence the damage, and Brewmaster will fall. No ultimate available there. Now the Troll will use his ulti as well. Palantine's dropping very, very low here. There's an egg also do some damage in the background. And let's see, Alliance is now running over Cyber Legacy, and they will punish them all. They will take down 4, and Happy Jirara nowhere around. They will lose the DP, however, ticking down to the poison. So with that, they can probably still keep up the push here. Nico Baby, level 17. No BKB even used in that previous fight.
My jaw is on my desk right now. What were Cyber Legacy thinking? You still have to be able to bring that Death Prophet down, otherwise you can't fight into the ultimate. But they all had the boat buff up. The Death Prophet has the Yule, so she can't actually get bursted down.
Yep.
It's... The amount of damage they took is terrifying. That was Palantinos' BKB reveal as well. If Nico had a sad BKB reveal, how about this one?
2 masts on this brigantine.
All they find a DD for the Kunkka, but not something that they can use right now. It's all of the Alliance ultis used. Very long cooldown still. And Cyber Legacy, however, they have their Brew ulti up. Are they going to use these right now? Would that be the play? Or do they just want to recover from that previous team fight?
There's terrain to be regained. Their wards have either been dewarded or are timing out on top right now. And you really want to reestablish that control. So I imagine that after Palantinos clears these camps, they're going to smoke up. Yep, there we go.
And Alliance did not even actually get any wards down with that previous push, so they will smoke undetected. There is a Spirit Vessel degen debuff on those creeps, so if somebody noticed that... Oh, the smoke's happening, and
that the creeps are hitting the tower.
that is definitely one. Nico Baby, gotta be careful. Does have a BKB. He needs to get out of there. Happy Jirara, they get it. Nico, but an instant cancel from the Fiend's Grip. Nico Baby. Oh, still close, but not enough. He will be punished. He got his BKB, and he instantly uses his ultimate, but walks into a Fiend Script, which got cancelled right away by Kunkka. And then the co-op ulti just comes in with a massive nuke. That's a level 3 ultimate, doing 560 damage. Plus, if he had the Orchid still on, but there was the BKB that removed it.
You could see that Roshan immediately got cleaned out by the Radiant there as well. They want to take that Aegis again. Once they have an Aegis, they can actually mount a base push.
Well, right now they can't go for it. There's Palantimos. He was heading towards bottom, but I think now the call might actually stand. And here's the dire scan. Somebody's in Roche Pit. S4 will be the investigator. Right on top of an Obs ward. And straight into a trap. But does he get back up from his teammates? He is tanky. He's getting some healing. There's the Torrent. There's a Brew ulti kicking in as well. Ghost Stick doesn't quite land the Cyclone. Bignum is giving a chase onto the Grimstroke. They're still going. FNG in trouble. Gets cycloned into the air, so they will hold him down at least. The Orchid will land. Kunkka with the buyback, but it might just be a bit too off. Does he get the X mark even on the Brewmaster? Now Nico Baby coming in from the side as well. They might have the damage to take this team fight. There's a DP ultimate available as well. There's the X mark with the bow. 3-man silence. Pikachu pops his BKB and turns around onto Alliance. Lip is the target he's chasing, but that's your BKB charge used. And the fight will be left as it was.
Yes, but at the very least, Limp and Hanskin did not use either of their ultimates, so they're actually ready to contest Rush now. You can see Furious drawing by FNG right there. That's where we're going. They can't stop us. Because the Brewmaster ult is down for a little bit more, and you've seen what happens if they kill Ghost Stick while that's down.
S4, hello? He broke the smoke by hitting the Dark Troll Summoner, and they're going straight in. There's a Grimstroke ulti onto 2. Palantimos and Happy Gerard will be the targets of that. Nico Baby now chasing up. The silence onto 2 as well. They're still chasing Cyber Legacy, but they need to find some kills soon. They will finally find the Bane, but the Bane is the only thing that they're left with, but they still have their ultimates, and Bane will go for an instant buyback. That means that they are going to smoke up. Who has the smoke, though? Nobody. They're going to have to run the old-fashioned way. S4. They've got vision. X mark on Bignum. They're coming out of the Roshan pit. Here comes Limp with the ultimate. Paladinus pops his BKB as well, and he's taking the man fight straight to the front line. At the back line, also Pikachu coming into the fight as well, and Hansken needs to get his ulti up, but he won't be able to this time, and he will come for an instant buyback as well. Limp now turning around with the ultimate, trying to chase down Bignum, and Paladinus up the back line. Nico Baby has been caught in the feed script as well, but he has BKB up and running, and another great two-man silence connecting as well. DP does manage to get the Yules up into the air, but he's instantly spurts away, and Pikachu will take him down. Alliance are losing heroes. They've lost 2. They've lost the 3rd, and the buyback from the Phoenix as well. It's not gonna pay off here for Alliance. The egg is still unused, and S4 will not be TPing home today. Cyber Legacy heads straight to the Roche pit, and Pikachu wants to get the team wipe. And not only just the team wipe, it's already done, but that's a dieback. He pops the egg, but that is a soft mercy.
Look at Bignum giving his core the last hit right there. What a team player.
Cyber Legacy, 6 kills for a Earth Spirit dying and a buyback. 8.8 thousand XP going in their way. Even though damage was tied up, 13k both sides. But Phoenix never got the egg off.
He didn't know, and it's a really big difference. I don't think he had a good location for it there, because I'm sure that if he would have, that fight would have gone way differently, but instead Palantimos is able to lifesteal his way through the Death Prophet ult, and then promptly cleans her up as soon as her BKB is over. She just can't stand in the front lines like that, and neither can Nico Baby, so it's all up to S4, but S4 died first in that fight.
Now Nico Baby is building into the Lincolns that we discussed earlier. That is it, the item choice to go for, and right now it's looking like it has to be the item because of Happy Gerard just always getting that Fiend's Grip off. Nico Baby has not had any trouble in a sense that he is either getting hit by the Orchid, forcing him to BKB, or he will BKB into the fight and still end up getting Fiend's Grip nevertheless. No matter what happens, the Bane has one sole purpose in the team fight. Find the Weaver. Get the Weaver, control him.
He has been on that.
And
I just want to say, Nico Baby picked his Weaver, right? He gets a lot of say in what he gets to play, obviously. So why does he pick a hero that's going to end up having to build 2 defensive items in order to stay in the fights at all? It's just rough, you know? He doesn't have any tank ability. It's just about, can he press R after the abilities get used on him? And with this much burst on the enemy team, the answer is no.
Cyber Legacy now heading towards that mid-tier 2 tower. Maybe even go straight up high ground here. They still have to fight against the big ultis from Alliance if they decide to go for the high ground push. It will suffice with at least one objective taken down. Alliance is spreading around the map. They've got the Phoenix in top, got the Kunkka in the bottom lane. And pretty much every team fight from now on and mark the last of the game.
Absolutely. Most likely, Cyber Legacy are going to try to give this Quap... How should I say that? The Quap is going to try and bait at least one of those ultimates, if not 2, with that Aegis, and that's going to make all of the difference for this base defense. But not if she dies like this.
Oh, just a bit too early, Nico Baby there. Good attempt to catch Pikachu with the stun, but not there. They could have blown up the Aegis.
They could have, yes. She was absolutely alone there. Just a little bit of mistiming.
Meanwhile, DD Rune waiting in the bottom side of the river.
DD and Haste and DD.
Where are the arcanes? Did the battle pass take away all the arcanes?
I'm sure they're all in the other matches being played right now. That's how it works, right? There's only a small pool of runes.
Well, that's how stats work.
Yes, for sure. They taught me that in high school. 4 marbles in the bag and you take out the 2 red ones, there's only the 2 white ones left, right?
But what if you take the blue pill? What happens then?
I don't think we want to get into that right now, my man.
32 minutes in, and Cyber Legacy trying to encroach here onto the Alliance bottom racks. They're forcing away heroes in the top lane.
Got an
Violence on the
Aegis
quad. Will force
Oh,
the
and a
BKB, and that is something.
I'm a little bit disappointed in Cyber Legacy's execution there. I guess their only goal was to force Alliance back. But then you gotta not lose Palantimos on the retreat. Yeah, okay, he's safely across the river. For a second there, I was like, Nikita, no.
I just want to point out that Pikachu and Palantimos have died 2 times in total together. That was that one team fight they took in the mid, I think. The first time that they died.
Caustic's ult.
Think about playing a 33-minute game and you've only died once. You're probably doing something right. Probably. Yes, it depends.
Carries get 0 kills, 0 deaths before. I would like to take away their PC and yeet it out the window. I don't think that's overkill. Do you think that's overkill? I don't think so. I shouldn't have had that.
Remember the good old days of Source Engine 1 and people would yell wood on PC? I miss those times.
Hey, haste rune, but he's still
Hey, what is that? Oh, it's a haste rune. And a DD pop by Pikachu.
Well, Timos took it. Oh well, I guess we farm with this now. No, there's in Russia still a lot of hey, make your hamster run faster. As far as I know. And the good old wooden PC as well.
Yeah, there's many different ways of building your computer, and definitely in the East Block there are some very interesting contraptions as well. But in this game at least, Limp, he is going for a Shiva's Guard, so rack up even more armor to survive the damage, physical damage output. If you can actually... This is actually interesting in the sense that we can see the Dota buff, Dota Plus, sorry. So... Physical 44%, magical at 51%, and Palantimos' Wolf will be sent into the air. They've got the DP in the front, and that's a Lotus Orb. They're backing up this DP quite well, but then again, the damage is a bit too much to deal with right now. And Quap with the BKB. Hansken trying to go for a run. Kunka's there, and who is being Fiend Script? Why can I don't know. I keep hearing the Fiend Script sound.
That's interesting because I didn't hear it at all.
Alright, I kept hearing it throughout that entire fight. So probably the Lotus Orb somehow bounced backwards and he was just channeling. I don't know. But 3 heroes gone from Alliance, and Cyber Legacy are still proving themselves stronger right now. They've definitely recovered from that Game 2 deficit.
They have, yes. And this armor on the Death Prophet is not going to do her much good if she is on the front lines like that. And once again, that's what's costing Alliance the most right now. As for... He's got a lot of these sustaining abilities that you'd like to be casting throughout the fights, but he needs the front line, because his Death Prophet just doesn't get to live.
Yep, you can see the same in Cyber Legacy, like the amount of physical damage that Palantimos has taken, 31%, WAP 32%. More magical damage dealt by Alliance than physical on most of these heroes on Cyber Legacy, meaning that DP ulti has not been the key factor here for Alliance, but they're gonna go in. Eco Baby finds Bigna, blocks the roll, gets the stun as well from the Inkswell, saving Nightmare from Happy Jarara, but Bignum will be punished, so Alliance, they will find at least one pickoff. Not that much though.
Sloppy there from Bignum. No, it's barely a breather. What they're looking for right now is honestly a Roshan fight. Some kind of same situation as what we saw in the mid lane, where the entirety of Cyber Legacy is grouped up and you can use all of your team fight abilities to their full effect. So you want to double Soulbind again. You're going to want to have a Sunray going through several of your heroes and hopefully also several of theirs. You want to have that Death Prophet staying alive. They do have all the factors to make this team fight possible, and Roshan is respawned right now. Hansken's going to check it. They know that they can do it. But they're going to have to spend a DP ult if they want to make this happen fast.
Yeah, and also, like, if Alliance can pull off this Roshan, it could be a really big one to start things off with, because they do have the damage and the minus armor for it. They see that Cyber Legacy is coming onto them from the high ground. And there we go. There's a stun from the Centaur. And another heal. There's a heal coming in from Hansken. Limp will charge into the battlefield. There's also the Brew Ultimate popped up as well at the same time. And Hansken will force... He will finally get the egg off, actually. And the silence onto the Queen of Pain with no BKB. Can they keep up the chase? They lose track of Pikachu. They can't see where he is. And Nico Baby's thrown into the air. Limp will be the target of it. And he will go down. Pikachu going straight into the fight. He will pop the ultimate. It will take down Hansken. And a buyback coming in from Limp and Hansken. Both of them coming into the fight. They need to save Nico Baby. He's getting stunned up for the first time. So does BKB. Needs to save his ultimate for just a bit longer. He pops some healing. He does get some damage out, but not enough. And Cyber Legacy are just staying at almost full HP here. And they will force 3 buybacks from Alliance. And Alliance are looking for revenge. They need to go in right away. If they don't, they're going to have to wait for their cooldowns to come back in. 4 buybacks in total from Alliance. And the battle for Roshan continues.
They don't have any of their cooldowns. Neither do Cyber Legacy, though, and they still have the advantage of that Sunray at least, but it feels...
Could we say this is an honest 5 versus 5 right now? Because Cyber Legacy smoke on the low ground. Pikachu, they find FNG. Grimstroke is down. That's 1 hero gone, 4 to go. And as 4, there's Limp coming in with the BKB. Popped into the fight. And Palantino's getting disarmed right away, but the Phoenix is already down. 2 heroes gone from Alliance, 3 remaining. And now Limp is trying to get some stuff to work out here. Nico maybe getting silenced. No, he doesn't actually get silenced up. They're silencing up the Earth Spirit and the Queen of Pain. Now Weaver needs to get more hits in 6 more seconds for the BKB, but it's not going to be enough, and they take down the Weaver. Weaver coming for an instant buyback as well. S4 trying to make a run for it, and Cyber Legacy are just running down 1 hero after the other, and they will force the buyback from the Weaver, get themselves 3 kills, and Alliance now have no tools to contest this Roshan. We're starting to talk about game here. 25,000 net worth ahead of Alliance, and it is becoming a very costly game for them.
They have fought themselves away to this lead. Every single time this network lead has increased, it's been a fight from Cyber Legacy, beautifully executed, and Alliance just feels like they're running into a wall at this point. Limp is on his bot lane without a buyback, and if he doesn't... Oh, they guessed the wrong way.
Yeah, they won't find him this time, but the pressure is being put by Palantimos, holding a cheese in his backpack. And the Ags given for the Queen of Pain. Also the Aegis. Pikachu being one of the key factors here. Whether things are working out so well. But then again, so has Bane. I have to commend Happy Gerara has been on point with these Fiend scripts. He must be enjoying himself right now. Overall, Cyber Legacy feeling really good about themselves. But let's see if they go into the high ground right now. Their team is stacking up. Pikachu's coming in from the river as well. And Limp will take the front line here with Palantimos. Sucking away at least half of his HP. Has the cheese in his 4th slot. Pikachu has now a level 25 talent, so that means he does have the silence available. BKB will be popped. Weaver will be held in place, and they will take some damage onto Nico Baby, forcing his ulti and his BKB as well at the same time. Brewmaster still has an ultimate available, and the BKB will be used by him. So Alliance are still holding their ground for now, but the BKBs are being used on both sides. We still have Troll with his, and the cheese still there. The Aegis still remains. Alliance need to cause a dent here onto Cyber Legacy, otherwise they're just going to end up losing this base and not getting any kills for themselves, and that game just might be over at that point. Palantimos still continuing to cheese, takes down the tier 3 tower. Now we got Limp only inside the Fiend script, and they will go into Limp. Limp's gone for 100 seconds. He will not be there for the final. Lions are getting crumbled at. 2 heroes gone. S4 trying to go for a run, and Nico Baby is getting feared up once again. The Nightmare will connect. It will take down S4. He will fall. Nico Baby into the fountain, and Cyber Legacy, they have done it. They have got this series back in their hands. After losing game 2, they will win game 3 as GG is called by Alliance. That means that our series and our day also come to an end here with Cyber Legacy taking a convincing 43.